When I was in fourth year, actually this is something that I used to do a lot of time, like journaling. I used to write down everything that I want to do. I'm like, yes, I need to move to Nairobi. I don't know how. I don't have a plan. I don't have someone who's going to give me a job, but I'm going to move. So when I got done with uni, now I'm graduated. I'm like, okay, Dad, I've given you your degree. Shika.
Take her.
Second class upper. Good performance. Literally, I haven't disappointed you. In fact, 4 years. Sija extend, sija nini. Yeah. Now it's time to do what I want. And I was like, yeah, I'm moving to Nairobi. I just moved without any plan. Literally. I just wanted to be in Nairobi.
Okay.
Honestly, I just wanted to be literally, that's, even if someone asked, honestly, I just wanted to be in Nairobi.
Another day, another inspiring story from a woman who refused to be a victim of her past, a woman who decided to build something beautiful from the ashes, a legacy. I'm telling you, here at the Why, that's our business, to tell stories of women who decided to be heroes of their lives. Wow. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, this is the perfect time. So in studio today, I have a brilliant woman, a brilliant young, very young woman who looked at her life, akasema, no, there has to be better than this. And she made bold moves into the real estate world. And now she's celebrating her fourth Airbnb unit in less than a year. Come on now, Charity Paris. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much. Like, that's so... I feel like a boss now.
You are a boss. Four Airbnb units is not a joke.
I know.
Tunaweza kuita landlord.
Please, that.
Landlady.
You need to clock that.
Landlady.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for having me. Like, this is really nice. And I can't really wait to have this conversation. Like, do we have a lot of time? Like, because I have a lot to say.
Cameraman, we have time? Thank you. We got
this. No.
All right. So take me back to that moment where uliangalia hivi ukasema, no, I need better for myself. There has to be better than this. Was it a feeling? Was it a day? Paint me the picture of what was happening.
It was a mix of both, actually. I remember this day, I was coming from my promo job. I used to do promos. And... my house was it was crazy. Like, literally, you've gotten me back to that situation. I opened my door and I was like, no, I can't. This can't be my reality. I can't even invite my friends in my house. I can't even invite my whole family to come. Like, it was crazy. So that's when I decided, you know what, like, I need to step up. I need to do better. And it's not like I don't have the capability. It's just about believing in myself and putting myself out there and being intentional about my steps. So that's the moment I just...
When you umetoka job, ukalali, no.
Yeah.
What was the situation? Because you're saying it was crazy. What was the exact situation?
That is something that actually it had happened for about a week, because I used to work every day from Monday to Monday, because I was juggling around 3 jobs during the day and during the night. I was just working. And every time I was coming home, I was seeing the same thing. So this is the picture.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it was at least I had a mattress. It was on the floor. And then I had a carpet, but it was just messy because I used to wake up and just take a shower, go, take a shower, leave. And then it was all messy. My clothes were down. I had a wooden shura. Was it even a shura? It was just...
It worked.
A joy. It was just a joy piece of wood with my shoes there. And then like a small wardrobe. Apparently, yeah, that's all. Literally, like I could...
gas.
Yeah, I had a gas. I had a gas at least. I had a gas. I had some tusufurias. I had a place where I can cook. But like the fact that I could see everything and it wasn't that... Like, it wasn't screaming my name, Like, there's a way you can just put yourself in a certain bar and you're like, no, I don't deserve this, So I used to see that every day. And then this day I was just like, no, I need to do better.
And you
I genuinely
better.
do better.
We will get to how you got to do the better, but I want us to go back kidogo. Paris in this house. Yeah. You mentioned before we started rolling that you are not, you're not from Nairobi, right? This house is in Nairobi.
Yeah.
So take me back to Paris.
Yeah.
Before coming to Nairobi to this small house and then deciding, no, I need to do better. Take me back to that Paris. What were her priorities? What were her dreams? Have they come true so far?
Yeah. Okay. So apparently, I was born and raised in the village. I'm Luya, coming from Western. So that was my life. Like, it was just rotating around the village, going to school. My dad is a very strict man. Like, he wants their kids to learn and be serious. In fact, I did engineering. Like,
You did engineering?
Yeah, I did engineering in uni. So, like, that was my life. School, home. School, home. In this village, there's no electricity. So you don't have access to, like, the outside world. It's just you and your family, you know? Like, that was my normal life until I got to uni. And then I was like, okay, maybe I can start, you know, like doing some hustles here and there. In fact, I started working when I was in first year. So during the long holidays is when I started working. I was just doing hustles here and there. But I wasn't intentional about anything. I just wanted money. For what?
Well, that's enough intention. To want money should be enough intention.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Facts. Because my dad actually is a very, I don't know, like, you need to explain why you want money.
Okay.
You can't just say, hey, give me 100 shillings. You need to explain. Okay. So unaenda kufanyia nini, unaona? And then that fact of always explaining yourself, like, okay, I want 100 bob because I want to buy sanitary towels. I want 100 bob because I want to buy maybe a piece of cloth, you know, like stuff like that. And now I'm in uni. I need to look good. I need to look presentable.
Yeah.
So I had to start putting myself out there, like, just do the hustles and at least afford myself. Yeah.
So what were these side hustles exactly?
Okay, the first one, I was working in a studio. I was selling perfumes. I think actually I learned a lot of skills during all this because at this point now I started learning sales, like talking to people, you know, like interacting with people. You put a smile in your face and all that stuff. And then the second one, I learned while I was in the studio. Actually, they taught me about photography, about editing. So when they're outside, I could take the pictures, you know, and even edit and send it to clients. Like, I started learning these skills when I was still that year. I started selling shoes. Actually, I was more of a thrifter. So I could get shoes at even 50 shillings.
And then sell them at
sell them at around 300,
Wow.
400. Yeah, okay. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
No.
That's what 50 to 100% profit.
Exactly. And where I was shopping, again, it was just thrifting. So my clothes were like 10 shillings, 5 shillings. So
you've been a hustler since.
I was actually so rich. But so unintentionally because I wasn't saving any of that. Like, it was just going to these small things, you know. And then after that, when I was in school, I also did transcription. I did online writing. I started selling. I started doing in a cyber cave around school. So yeah, like, I've done so much. I'm even losing track of all
the businesses you've done.
So much, literally.
And okay, how would you say all this has culminated, or how has this all worked for your good now as a business owner with 4 units, Airbnb units? How would you say all that has made sense for you?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, during all this, I was picking skills without even knowing. Because now I know how to talk to people. I know how to, you know, like, prepare documents. I know how to create a site and market my unit. I know how to do marketing. Actually, I was doing YouTube just for free. Like, I just wanted to do things, you know, but it was so unintentionally, just as I mentioned. But right now, looking back, I'm like, actually, God was just driving me to this point. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing. Honestly, you're just doing what you're able to at that point. And that's what I used to tell myself. Like, I know I'm going to have a good life. I don't know how. So let me just do what I'm able to do right now. It's just going to make sense one day.
And that's exactly what you say. It's very profound to me because I observe that most of people our age are, you know, they're stuck in the, I need to know what I need to do right now
Fact.
that will equal to this dream that
Exactly.
I have in my mind.
Yeah.
So you're clearly saying that you do whatever. Do as many things.
Literally, just do what you're able to. Honestly, that's what I always say. Like, do what you are able to at that time. You don't really know what is going to, like what is going to end up being. But just keep on doing. Just keep on doing yourself. Keep on doing what you're able to. Don't lie to people. Don't cheat. Don't steal.
Yeah.
Just do your part. It's going to make sense one day. Trust me.
Okay, so we don't need to figure out our path exactly right now because you've done engineering. Are you practicing engineering in any way? No?
No.
But the side hustles seem to be the ones that meet for you.
Yeah.
So, okay, me, I'm learning here because I am a bit struggling to, to focus on one thing and let it make sense in this dream that I have for myself to become a better journalist, to become whatever. But I am doing other stuff, content creating. So I am learning from you. Now we are in Nairobi. First of all, how do we get to Nairobi? What was that decision? Because campus tulienda wapi?
Baraton, that was in Kapsabet.
Kapsabet.
Yeah.
Village girl for real.
Ooh. That's loud enough.
I hear you. And now we're in Nairobi. What was that transition like?
So, okay, growing up, I used to tell myself, I need a good life. I need a better life. I need to move to Nairobi. Actually, that was one among the things that I used to tell myself all the time. Even when I was in uni, I was like, I need to go to Nairobi. I need to move to Nairobi. And then, as I said, my dad is a very strict man. We couldn't go to aunties, uncles, what. Every time when you close schools, we have to go back home. Okay. So there was no chance of telling myself, okay, like when we close school, I'm going to my auntie in Nairobi and all that stuff. So I needed to start thinking, okay, how can I make this possible? So when I was in fourth year, actually, this is something that I used to do a lot of time, like journaling. I used to write down everything that I want to do. I'm like, yes, I need to move to Nairobi. I don't know how. I don't have a plan. I don't have someone who's going to give me a job, but I'm going to move. Okay. So when I got done with uni, now I'm graduated. I'm like, okay, Dad, I've given you your degree.
Shika.
Take him. Second class upper. Good performance. Literally, I haven't disappointed you. In fact, 4 years. Sija extend, sija nini. Yeah. Now it's time to do what I want. And I was like, yeah, I'm moving to Nairobi.
To do what?
I just moved without any plan.
That was the plan. That was the goal.
To be in Nairobi.
Okay.
Honestly, literally, that's. Even if someone asked, honestly, I just wanted to be in Nairobi.
Okay.
Because I knew, like, there's so many opportunities in this city. And these are things that you don't get in the village, honestly. Fact. So I was like, yeah, I'm moving. And then I'll just figure it out. And bora niko hapo, I will just figure it out. I don't know how. I don't have the steps. I'll just be it.
Yeah. So now how do we get to Nairobi? First of all, what is Dad's response to this? Did he support? What?
Yeah.
So tunafikaje Nai?
Okay. Yeah, I'm crazy. Like, I'm having this.
It has paid off.
I'm having this conversation. I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a daydreamer. For real, like, when I was leaving, okay, the plan was the best way to tell Dad I'm moving to Nairobi is maybe if I do a master's in my engineering course. That's something I didn't want. Low-key, I didn't want to do my master's. But I was like, if this is something that is going to take me to Nairobi,
then so be
it.
Yeah.
So I started application. Actually, it was so serious. I started application. I told my dad. We were like, yeah. I came to Nairobi. I was to go to UON. I went there. They gave me the steps to now do the final registration, which I did. They even sent me an email and they were like, yeah, you've qualified. You're supposed to start school by around Monday. I was like, yeah, cool. But then, yeah. So my brother calls me and he's like, okay, with your course, I don't really think it's that necessary to do a master's
master's.
immediately after
Yeah,
school.
I hear
Like at least get some skills out here, like get employed and stuff like that.
And
then,
how old are you at that point?
22.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 22 because it was 2022.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, thank you. Actually, you've saved me because I didn't want to do this, but the fact that I'm in Nairobi, I'm not coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already here.
You got the ticket
Yeah.
inside the city.
Tumeshafika.
Tuko sawa.
Sasa kutoka hapa, sirudi. Maybe you'll just have to come and carry me, but I'm not coming. So at this point, I was actually at my friend's place because I didn't have a place. I just wanted to finish up with the registration and then we moved to the next step. But then, so with my friends, actually my dad calls me again and he's like, okay, now that you're not doing the masters, you need to come back home because you can't stay at someone's place. It's Nairobi. You understand how, like how engaging it is, the bills and all that. You can't just be at someone's place, which is so true. It's so logical. I was like, yeah, going home is not an option. Number one, it's so true. I can't stay at my place. So I need to start.
At your friend's
wake up.
place.
Yeah. I need to actually wake up. Like I think the situations, they are just waking me up. Like I don't have any option. There's no option to go back. The only option is going forward, but I don't have a path. I need to figure this out. This out. Okay. So at that point is when now I started applying for jobs. I got my first job, which was food soldiers.
What was what?
Food soldiers.
Food soldiers.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like working in shops and
food soldiers. Yeah. That's what they call them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently I didn't even know.
I did. I've never know. I've lived in Nairobi my whole life. I've never heard about food soldiers.
Exactly. Okay. By the time I saw the advert, I was like, okay, I'm not even trying to figure out what this is.
You said soldier, food
soldier.
Sign me up.
Exactly. Like you're looking for something.
Yeah.
I'm available. I gave my application because they were saying like you just DM them and say you are in this location and you're available. I was like, yeah, I'm available. I mean, I love you. Yeah. They called me actually. Yeah. It was a man and was like, are you sure you're going to do this? Like, I'm like, duh.
Yes.
I applied.
You have no idea.
Hey, I applied. That's
how much I
know, That was actually my first job in Nairobi. I did it in around 3 days. I got so sick.
Sick?
Yeah, because you're walking around shops. Okay? And it's not like the shops are zimefatana hivi. Moja iko Kahawa West, ingine iko Roysambu.
You're walking that whole
Now at this point, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so new in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I don't know anywhere. I only know the house that I'm living.
Yes.
I don't even know Roysambu iko wapi. I don't even know Kahawa West iko wapi. So I'm using the maps. Okay? Kila place yenye naenda, I'm like, come up. So napata the first shop is in Kahawa West. I need to go to the next. Yenye iko almost tu hapo mbele. I'm like, hapa tu, let me walk. Even ndo nilishtukia nimetembea from Kahawa West, nilirudi hivi Roysambu and I went to Kasarani. Yes, walking. Exactly, that was day one.
And you have mizigo?
No.
Ama, what are you selling?
Okay, you go to the shop, you tell them about a product.
Okay.
Yeah, and then once they put an order, you now call the company to do the deliveries.
Okay.
Yeah. So your part is to just talk to people.
Okay, and how much are you getting paid per day, maybe?
There wasn't an agreement.
Therefore?
Yeah.
Therefore?
There wasn't an agreement. I was just like, I just need a job. Honestly, I wasn't even...
Okay, find a job. But how much are you earning in this job?
There wasn't any agreement, I'm telling you.
What do you mean there's no agreement?
It's crazy.
So they didn't pay you?
They didn't. Anyway, I didn't even expect payment because I only did it for 3 days.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, ata kama kuna pesa ilifaa mnilipe, kaini tu nayo because I can't do
I'm
this.
okay.
Yeah, I'm trying. Because I worked for the 3 days. Yeah. I got so sick. Like, because like you're just moving. And at this point, I'm actually so desperate because I need a job. I need money. I need to move out to my place before it becomes like a whole liability, to my friend. Yeah. So it was like, whichever opportunity is coming, I'm not even thinking twice. We'll figure it out.
Bele.
I
hear you.
Exactly. And then, like, tuko wengi. So I'm like, okay, at this point, I don't think they can just potea. Tuko wengi. But that wasn't even logical because there wasn't even a place at it really a meeting.
Yeah.
It was just on phone to
Get
calculate
a
a
call
document
done.
and then start working. And we start working.
A group of like how many people?
No, you're working individually.
Okay.
Yeah. So like there was a WhatsApp group yenye tumeongezwa hapo sisi wote. So they send a document and then they're like, okay, Paris, wewe utashika hiyo njia hiyo.
Okay.
Wewe utashika huku. Kulikuwa dina watu wa Eldoret, wapi, like tulikuwa wengi. Hapo
Okay.
yeah.
It's okay. So 3 days you're like, no, I am done.
Yeah.
We get sick, you recover.
Yeah, I got sick. I went to the hospital and nikapewa some medication and then yeah, I was actually good, but not 100% good because within the same week when I was just still healing, my friend calls me and is like, unatafuta kazi? I'm like, who's not looking for a job? Mimi natafuta, like I'm down, unaona? And they're like, okay, unaweza vuta cables. I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't saying no at any. I was so available. Literally, hadi mtu angeniambia I go clean for them, like do laundry. I was
down
so I was. I need something, you know. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. I didn't even ask questions that unavuta cables zinakaa just tutajua pia tukifika. So it's like, okay, sure. I already told you I can do that. And then, okay, I can intimate a number. It's like, okay, just send your CV. They want people who have done electric engineering. I'm like, yeah, cool. I sent my CV. And then they told us to meet the next day. Hata sijapona, I was so available, I went. Even though nikaanza the next job ya kuvuta cables.
Okay. Yeah. And does this pay you at least?
Yeah. Now
Okay.
this one was paying 1,000 shillings per day.
Okay, that's good.
I know.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have a job. How long does it last? At what point do you actually move out, or did you get another job in the midst of that?
Yes, I was now juggling jobs now. This one just gave me like a kickstart.
Okay.
Because I was doing it like 6 days a week. So I did it for some time. Because it was contract based. Like the company gets a contract, let's say, to put the cables in a certain building, like it's a construction building. And then once that's done, they look for another contract. You see, so it was contract based. Now I did that, I did promos. Now I was just juggling around jobs. And then by January now, I was able to afford my own place. I moved out. Okay, bed sitter now.
To the bed sitter, that's when we began. You were tired of it. So for how long did you stay in the bed sitter?
I stayed there since the late January, let me just say February, that was 2023. Wow, that was 2023 to around September. No, now the next year, 2024, September.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was like a year and a half.
Yeah, you were there for quite a while.
Yeah.
So now, how do we then get into real estate? Because that's very niche. How do we get to real estate?
I know. So, okay, when I finally made the decision, I was like, okay, I need to do better with my life. I started now being intentional with looking for jobs, telling people, hi, I'm looking for a job. In case you get any opening, do this and do that. Just let me know. Okay. So I was still doing promos and so many things during this time. As you know, I'm a very big hustler. So you can imagine a lot, the 1.5 years, I was doing so much. And then now it got to this time, I was like, yeah. In fact, actually, it was the same year, that's 2023, because I moved there in February. Now by around September, the same year is when I now got into real estate. So it's my friend who actually got the application. She was the one who was supposed to take the job. But unfortunately, or fortunately, because it works to my she had already applied for another school course and she had already paid fees. So she was like, okay, I'm not available, but I can refer you to someone. And apparently that someone was
you.
Yeah.
What's the description? Because you have not done anything real estate.
No.
We're gonna do some sales skills.
Yeah.
So what is the job description? And
Apparently
according to you,
sales.
Oh, it's sales.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's sales. And we were doing promo together. Actually, we were just selling the vision. We were so delusional. Tulikuwa kwa line, we were just talking about, like, actually we were working in Carrefour this time. And like people go to shop in Carrefour, like we know the have this certain,
Yeah.
So we used to look at them and we were like, oh my God,
That's
one
gonna
day,
be me.
yeah, one day that sisi ndo tutakuwa wasi.
The power
we
of
used
the time.
I know. And
the
also
power
the
of the
people around you.
Uh-huh.
I usually say that, like, surround yourself with people who are also dreaming, and they're also daring to dream more. Honestly, like, it helps so much, because every day we could just look forward to go back to work so that we can talk and be delusional and see people with 5 trolleys, or like,
Yes.
yeah,
It is possible, and I
so
can
possible,
live that life.
We are seeing this every day. We are selling them products. You're like, yes, we are speaking the same language. It's not like they're speaking a different
there's
language.
nothing different
Unique about them.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, in fact, that was like the most fascinating thing, because like, you're always like, okay, when you're not in that position, you're always like, okay, how do these people behave? How do they talk? They're just normal.
There's nothing really special about them.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, if they can do that, then probably we are not different. We can definitely get there too. So she was the one who got that job. And I was the first person who she thought about, because she was like, yeah, we usually talk about these things. This is an opportunity. Go kill it. Usually that's now to her, that was the description. I was the closest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so sales, real estate. What do you have to do to sort of, understand the language of real estate? Do you really have to now start researching and, making yourself aware of this industry? So take me through what you had to do to not fit in, to make it work. Yeah.
Actually, even the first things first, when she invited me to this job, yes, I went for the interview and I refused the job around 3 times. I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Why?
I'm not doing this.
Why?
Okay. When she called me, I expected real estate to be paid around 200,000. Like, you get it and then you're getting like big money.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest expectation. But now that wasn't the case. Like, you need to build yourself from scratch. So I was like, no, I'm not taking it. And even before that, I had actually, now this is the thing, like, I usually talk to God about everything. Like, I tell him as if it's just somewhere here. Like, I tell him, okay, God, this is what I want. And then literally it happens. Like, it's so crazy how you can just be spiritual and talk to a higher power. Yeah. And it works to your favor. And I remember, like, before that, about a week ago, I had actually mentioned that. I was like, yeah, now I think I'm ready for corporate. And this is my bar. Like, if it's this, yes, we can take it. We can proceed. If it's not, acha tu tufanye hustles. We are good.
Yeah.
So when she called me, I was like, perfect timing, because this is what I wanted. And then now I go there, it's not there. It's not the bar. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is not it. But it's a good sign. That means I'm going to get another job. I refuse it. They called me the second time. Most probably I just made a good impression. They called me the second time. I'm like, okay, probably they've reconsidered.
The budget part.
Yeah.
The salary.
Yeah.
Ndio mlikuwa mnakosa.
Hapo ndo kulikuwa na shida.
Okay.
I was so okay with it because the location was like, yeah, real estate, yeah. So the second time I got there,
no,
bado haijafika. I'm like, God, no. We talked about this, and like, I'm literally paying my own bills, and I don't know anyone. I'm literally building myself from ground. Even the friends that I have, I just met them within this year.
Yeah.
It's not like I knew these people. So no. Now this third time, I had a conversation with one of my friends, and she was like, okay, like, you can't expect it to be like this. We just had an easy conversation. And actually, I feel like that conversation actually opened my mind. I was like, okay, probably maybe I can try this. So by the time they were calling me the third time, I was like, yeah, before I get called, I was like, God, before I get called, my answer is already yes. Okay. So in case I get called again, I'm not being stubborn about it. I'm just taking it, and then we'll figure it out from there. So when they called me, I was like, yeah, cool. I'm coming.
Was it closer to the bar?
No, it wasn't. But sometimes, actually, that's something that I always tell myself. Like, yes, you have a bar, but also God has a better plan for you. Like, it's always better. Yes, it couldn't look like that at that point because you're like, because you're all stubborn. But eventually it will make sense. You just have to trust God. Because I asked for this, but it wasn't exactly that. But he had a plan. And it's even higher than the bar.
As I listen to you, something very clear is coming out, which is know what you want. You wanted to come to Nairobi. That was the goal, and you got it. You knew you did not want to do the masters, but you used it as a way to come to Nairobi.
Yeah.
You knew what you wanted. You knew, I now want to get into corporate. It comes. I now want, the Kapesa, but you talked to the Almighty and you had a proper conversation and you agreed. And I was at a function the other day, and it was a graduation. One of the uncles stood up and said, that is the problem with most of us. We don't know what we want.
Actually.
Your gift, your prize is somewhere. You just need to grab it.
Fact.
But you don't know that you want it.
Actually.
And it's a pandemic, especially, I would say, amongst young people. We are gallivanting sana. We are living in our minds sana, and being overwhelmed by different scenarios of how badly this thing could go. What would you say to young people who, are not, they don't know their purpose? I think purpose is the word.
Yeah.
And I don't expect us, honestly, to know our purpose at 22.
Fact.
But how do we move towards it quicker as young people, would you say?
Actually, like, first things first, you need to actually stop comparing yourself with people. I feel like that's one thing that many people do. In fact, like our generation, many people, they compare themselves. I've been there. Actually, I've compared myself with people. I was like, you remember, like, my situation in my bedseat. I was like, why am I living this and other people are living a good life? Like, what's the difference between me and them? And that's so depressing, because now you lose a vision of what you want for yourself. So stop comparing yourself with other people. Just slow down and accept where you are. I feel like acceptance is actually the second, like the most important thing. You need to actually just accept where you are at this point and start working from there. Because being honest with yourself, it actually opens a certain door. You're like, okay, probably I'm a very mean person. I'm so mean. And actually everyone around me, they are going away from me because they don't want to talk to me because I'm so mean. What can I do to be better? You figure out what's the biggest problem. What are we dealing with? And then after that, you just go up.
So I think then that is the problem.
Yeah.
People don't sit with themselves.
Exactly. They
don't
truly
have proper conversations with themselves.
Exactly.
And that's the first
because
step.
For me, I was like, yeah, I come from the village. I don't have access to these things. So what can we do so that we can have access to these things? Come to Nairobi. There's so many opportunities in this city. There's so many opportunities. Like, if you've been born and raised in the city, actually you don't see these things.
That's what was ringing in my mind. Yeah, because it's your norm.
Exactly.
You don't understand how much of a priority this is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not priority. What's the word? Wait, imepotea, but the golden thing. You don't appreciate it.
Fact. But like when you're coming from a place of lack, actually you get to appreciate even the littlest things.
Yes.
Even when someone gets you flowers, even when someone gets you a pen, you're like, oh my God, like you literally thought about me, you see, because like you didn't have access to these things and you have to work double as hard to get to a point where now you are leveled with the same people in the same city, you get? So at least I knew, like, okay, I come from the village. I don't have access. I don't have opportunities. I don't have connections. I don't have anything. What can I do? I didn't expect to just graduate from my engineering course and get a job in my because people have expectations. They're like, okay, I did a whole 4-year course. I managed to perform so well. I'm expecting to have like a whole job, you get? But now, unfortunately, the system doesn't work like that. So you just need to be, you just need to accept, like, at this point here, it's not possible. So just put yourself out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. You see, you've spoken about you have this degree, an elite degree, engineering.
I'm telling you.
But then to Nairobi, living in someone's house, having no job, yet to have this degree, having nothing to show for it, quote unquote.
Just the
And I would imagine that comes with a lot of shame, a lot of fear. How do you beat that?
Okay, I think I already went through that during my attachment time, because even getting the attachment was so hard. I don't know people. I don't even know how to talk to people in these high-end places, and I need to do attachment. Actually, with my course, I needed 2 attachments. There's one, and then an internship I do when I'm still at school. So it's more like a second internship attachment. So the first one, actually, I still came to Nairobi because I need to, like, literally, I just kept on dreaming about being in Nairobi. So I came to Nairobi. I searched for that attachment for about 2 months. Actually wasted so much time looking for an attachment, and that's literally depressed me. I was like, okay, yeah, the world doesn't work like that. You autembei tu uende kwa ofisi yangu tu, and then you just get the job. I went through that during that time. So by the time I was doing my graduation and all that, I was like, yeah, I'm not moving out with those high expectations. I just need to figure out. And that's why I was so open to any job. That's why I was so open to doing food soldiers with my big degree. That's why I was so open to, like, doing promos, like, literally, actually people think promo jobs is not a good job. It actually is, because I used to get paid around 1,000 shillings a day. That's good money. And I feel like that's actually the least you get paid in promo, because there are people who even get 2,500 per day. That's good money, instead of just sitting home with your degree in the name of, okay, I'm applying for jobs. I have a big degree, So I had already accepted the fact that, okay, the system doesn't work like that. I need to just put myself out there. So by this time, I wasn't depressed. I was already depressed during my internship.
You had already built the
Yeah.
Okay.
So by this time, I was just open to anything. I wasn't even ashamed. I was just, it's me against the world. People don't even know me in this city. In fact, no one knows I have a degree until I tell them. You get? Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like what you're saying is, or what I'm getting from your response is, you made it about yourself, full stop.
Period.
Full stop.
Yeah.
Because this shame and fear is mostly from outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking about watasema nini.
Yeah.
Thinking about nitaonekana aje na the outside people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So make it all about yourself.
It's
not selfish to do that. Is it?
Whatever they say, is it selfish? Is it not? Just make it about yourself. Because everyone is thinking about themselves, literally. Everyone is thinking about themselves.
Them the lie then. That in itself is the lie, because we are thinking, they are thinking about the way I have a degree and I don't. But really, that is a lie.
They don't even get. Everyone has a lot going on. Everyone is trying to figure out their next step. They don't even have a lot of time to think about what, like, okay, you have a degree. Oh, cool. Next. What about, and then, okay, if in case they get to think about you, it's like, okay, now what about me?
Yes, yeah, it all goes back to self.
To that person.
I hear you.
Everyone is thinking about themselves. So this illusion about being embarrassed, about being ashamed, it's just you actually just self-sabotaging yourself. You get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do totally. I am learning, guys.
Facts, man. I stopped thinking about what people are thinking about me. Because they're not in the first place.
To begin with, they are not. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I love that. So now we take the job as a real estate, a realtor. A realtor.
Yeah.
So how do you build your career there?
Yeah.
To now owning a couple of units?
Yeah, I can say actually the journey wasn't that flowery from day one. In fact, there's so many times I was thinking of quitting, but I was like, okay, I already said yes. And I'm not the type of person to disappoint people around me, because I was like, okay, these people have called me 3 times. If I was to say no, I could have said no and just blocked their number.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I'm open. So there's no chance for me to like just disappoint them like that. You get the fact that they believe in me to call me 3 times, that means there's something inside me. So yeah, month 1, month 2, actually I can even say around 6 months, it was so crazy. I used to almost cry every day.
No.
Trust me.
Why?
Picture yourself, okay? You're a promo girl. Actually, I was also thrifting. So every day I was going to Gikomba to pick clothes and market. I have videos in TikTok.
Yeah. We will like catch here.
And I used to like sell them at around 200, 300, because I used to get them at 50 shillings. Imagine. Like I'm telling you, Nairobi has opportunities. If you see someone complaining that they're sleeping hungry, it's a them problem. Honestly, they just need to put themselves out there. So I used to do that, market them, get small money here and there. So that was my lifestyle. Like that's something that I had accepted. Like I can build from there. In fact, I had already envisioned like the whole thrifting business being a big thing. So from 200, I'm going to sell 5 million, 6 million houses, 7 million, 10 million. You can imagine the trip.
That's a shift.
Exactly. So it was so, I'm even feeling the heaviness. It was so heavy on me. I used to feel like I'm not worth it.
Honestly, the intimidation.
Yeah. I was in the office and I'm just like, even when a client comes in, I'm the sales lady, but what do I even tell you? Na kuconvince aje ununue 6 million house. Yes, I know how to sell. Like I've got these skills all the time, but not for this caliber. You get? So every time I used to cry, I'm like, why am I even here? Like, God, okay, you've given me this opportunity. Why? Are you trying to embarrass me? Literally, that was what I was asking. Like, are you trying to embarrass me? Are you trying to show me I just need to go back to the village? If that's the case, just tell me. So it was crazy for the first 6 months. It took a lot. And honestly, I would also appreciate the people around me. And that's what I always say. Have people around you who also believe in you. Because sometimes, yes, you believe in yourself. You believe in your future. You're so strong. You're all that. But you also need someone to tell you, actually, you got this. It works wonders. Trust me. It works wonders.
Very, very interesting to me that you prayed, literally. You prayed for this bar.
Opportunity, literally.
You said the bar.
Actually.
Then the Lord gives you the bar, and then you're like, kama unataka kuniembarasi uniambie ati nirudishe ushago. How, you know, that
nirudi tu niuze nguo zangu.
Nguo za Gikomba. It speaks so much.
I was okay. I was good.
Yeah, about how our minds work and how it feels very difficult for us to, be used to something greater.
Yeah.
Our bodies are like, we don't know this.
Yeah.
And most of the time, unfortunately, yes, we go back, we decide, no, acha tu nibaki kwa hii. I'm making my 200, I'm good. It's enough.
Yeah. And that's among the reasons why I used to go back since day one. Because I was like, okay, number one, the salary is not getting there. Because they said it's salary plus commission.
Yes.
I wasn't thinking about the commission part, like it's actually possible. So I was like, this was the bar. It's not there. And I'm calculating my thrift business, my hustles. I'm actually making good money. Like, okay, it wasn't like that good. But at that point, it was good. I was paying my bills and I could eat. At that point, that was comfortable. We were okay. Yeah. So at this point, I'm like, okay, why am I doing this? I could just go back to that and grow from there because I'm used to this. I'm used to challenges. I could just grow from there.
I'm used to challenges.
The
problem with African women, in fact.
I know.
Tumezoea, it has to be hard for it to be worthy.
Fact. Yeah.
No, we are rewiring that.
And I know, like, honestly, like, growth is so uncomfortable. It is so uncomfortable. And many people go back just the same way you've said. Like, so many people go back because they're like, oh, I'm okay here. I'm so okay here. I can do my thrifts. I can go do promos and just be okay. But now at this point, God is like, no, actually, you asked for this. I'm even giving you better. Like, you can literally grow from here. So it was quite depressing, fact. And there was a time I even called home. I was crying. I've never called home to complain because I knew they could tell me, Rodi. Nani amekufukuza kuja. But now at this point, I was like fed up. Because everyone around me is making good money. Even the security, I'm telling you.
Oh, wow.
Literally everyone. Everyone is making good money. And then I'm the one in the office with the biggest access, but I don't even know how to use it. I don't even know how to talk to these people. How do I tell them, okay, this house is worth this money. Why is it worth this money? You need to also embody that, that's, you know, like that conversation. Even as a salesperson, like you need to know what you're selling. Yeah, so I called home. I called my mom and I was like, I fight hivi. Me, I don't know what to do. My mom was like, just come home.
Of course. We love you, moms. But
Okay, wazazi. Oh my God. Like, they can't just tell you, okay, I hear you, but it's going to be okay. Because that's what you want to hear. Literally, that's all. I hear you, and it's going to be okay. Literally, the fact that you're there, that means you belong.
yes.
You know? But my mom was like, okay, just come home. And I love the fact that actually people around me, they used to tell me like, oh, like you deserve this. You're valuable. Nini, you have the potential. You have this. But now it's back to you also have to see it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, because you can have so many people around you telling you, you can do this, you can do this. But if you don't believe it yourself, you can't do anything with your potential, you know. So I had to embody that too. My workmates kept on telling, literally someone who I just got in the job.
Yeah.
I still don't get it up to date why she was so open to convincing me that it's possible. I can actually have this life. In about a year, your life is going to change. Nini. Yeah. So I actually lived with her dream. I was like, I believe you. Because she's been there for about a year by the time I was just getting into the job. So I was like, okay, the fact that you are there, that means I can also get there. And the fact that you're telling me, that means it's a fact and you actually see it in me.
Again, surrounding yourself with
the right people, trust me.
Yeah.
Because you can always have people around you who are like, ai, na sasa wewe, unaona ukimanage kweli. Actually, literally, that's inakurudisha chini.
Yeah.
Even if you have the potential, you'll just be like, by the way, mini nani, unaona. But now, if you have people around you who keep on telling you, even my boss was like, you're going to make good. Literally, my boss, I know. My boss who, I don't even know, she's Chinese.
Oh, no.
We don't even come from the same village. But she kept on telling me like, imagine, wait, you're going to make good money, even with the commissions, because she knew I was not okay with the salary. So she was convincing me. And you see, like, God will always put you to places where He knows you'll actually grow from there. Like, you won't see it yourself, but He will also help you surround yourself with the right people.
This story reminds me of my own experience, who I could kindly share. When I got my TV job, nimekuwa nikitaka kuwa a TV girly since class 4. And then it's here. I do my first show and it's bad. Oh. And it's a live show.
Shit.
You know you can't fumble. If you fumble a live show, you have fumbled. There's no cut. By the end of the show, it was a 1.5 hour show.
Yeah.
I wanted to quit because what is this? Let me go back to my comfort of creating my TikTok videos. I can cut and edit. I will grow from.
That's what people tell me. I will just grow from there.
Yeah. And I called home as you did. Thank Jehovah. They just saw me, shikilia kwanza. You will learn. It's hata haikuwa mbaya hivyo. We as the viewers didn't even realize it. So I totally
See,
understand.
like it's back to actually people are not even thinking that much about your failures, your
Right.
what. It's here. Like you're self-sabotaging yourself. You are the only person who realized the
Yeah.
error. Even the viewers didn't.
They did not. Well, now back to real estate now.
Yeah.
So we are now assuming
Yeah.
you now start getting the good commissions, the good money starts coming in.
Yeah.
Tell me the moment where it clicked to you, yeah, enyewe, I can make good bag here.
Actually, there wasn't that. It was progressive. Because commissions come with also your expertise and also how you carry yourself, because it's just like any other growth. Okay. And also you can imagine, I'm pretty sure I started managing my small money first before even the big money started coming in. So I think that was also just a lesson of its own. Like, and that's something that is actually in the Bible. They usually say, like, whoever can be trusted with little can also be trusted with a lot.
More, yeah.
And it's so true. I was getting this small money, and by around 20th, I was so broke. So I didn't understand, like, okay, how can I wrap myself around this so that I can be able to manage my savings, even like at least introduce myself to. Actually, 2023 ended with zero savings. I didn't know how to save. I didn't know how to handle money. Money ingeingia hivi imeenda, inakuja ikienda. And you know, like, even if you have too much, if you don't know how to manage it itaenda tu.
Yeah.
And that's so true. So I started like reading books. I started reading books on financial literacy and all that. So with the little that I had, I started learning how to save, how to buy some few things kwa nyumba, nini. And then progressively, that's how it came. Pole pole tu. So there was not, it was growth.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're in the real estate industry. You began growing.
Yeah.
Your boss is amazing, encouraging you. You have amazing colleagues.
Yeah.
So how do you decide, or when do you decide to, be among them, the people who own stuff? What made you decide to, be an owner as well?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Actually, I've also mentioned that when we were still in promo, when we were still doing promo with my friend, we used to see rich people and we're like, we want that. Okay. And I feel like that's something that actually works to your favor. The fact that you want something, you always try to find ways of actually getting them. So I, of course, went to the same line with real estate because that's the field that I'm in. But you can invest in any business, literally. So yeah, I used to see people making big bucks, and I'm like, yeah, I've always been a business person ever since I was so young. Yeah, I was like, actually, this is something I can do. And also, I had already built clients base when it came to Airbnb and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, I feel like this is actually the most perfect business to do. Yeah.
So let's talk practically, if you don't mind. How much do I need to get my first unit? Where should I start to know where to get one? Because a lot of young people are in this business. I have a friend who's making good buck as well. I want to know, and I'm sure I'm speaking for a lot of people.
True.
How do I actually begin?
First things first, you need to know the location. Because with real estate, I feel like location is actually like the big thing. You need to know the location and you need to understand the location like so well. You can even say it in your dreams because people call you every time, anytime. And also it's part of demand. Once you know the location, understand the demand in that area. Like how frequent do they get clientele? And also after that, you also need to know how much are you going to charge? Like, what's the value of that location? Because the value for, let's say, Kiambu Road, it's totally different from Kilimani, Westlands, Mombasa Road, Ngong Road, past Kilimani, obviously. Like, it's totally different. So you need to pick a location first, understand the location, understand the amenities, because that's also what helped in the Airbnb business. And also now after that, understand the value so that you can be able to price your unit.
How am I acquiring this unit, first of all? How much would you say I need to acquire it?
Okay, so this is something many people don't know about real estate. You don't really have to own a property to open your Airbnb. You can just rent a unit and then furnish it and list it as an Airbnb. You're not the one living there now. This is business. Okay. So it's back to location. With the how much, it's back to the location.
Okay.
Because whatever you spend to bring up a Airbnb in Kiambu Road is totally different with whatever you need to bring up an Airbnb in Kilimani. You get? Because these are totally different client base.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
maybe give me a location and then I can give
Kilimani. Let's work with Kilimani.
Kilimani, a studio, 1 bedroom.
A 1 bedroom.
1 bedroom. Now, back to, honestly, there's a lot you need to put into consideration. It's not just about the money. It's about so much. Client base, again, who are you trying to attract? Are you trying to attract international clients or are you just trying to attract people from Kenya? Because international clients, obviously, they have a certain class of what they want. And also people in Kenya, there are actually people who are so picky with what, you need to understand your target. So for a basic 1 bedroom, like for a basic one, we can say from 500,000 going up.
I need 500,000 to, and this
To
will
bring-
cover the rent,
Yeah, it will cover the rent.
the furnishing.
Let's see. Because Kilimani, a rental unit for 1 bedroom is around 60,000.
Okay.
So 60 times 2 months deposit. Usually in Kilimani, it's 2 months deposit. So 60 times 3, that's 180.
Yes.
You need another 500 for the furnishing because there's a lot, the deco, the art, the electronics. You need all the electronics, actually, like the washing machine. You need a toaster. You need a coffee maker, because you're attracting a very totally different client base.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say 500 for the furnishing. And then you also need now 2 months deposit and a 1 month rent.
Okay. So if you have this 500, see, furniture, it's a one-off buy, right?
Now, again, it depends with where you're buying your stuff.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
And the maintaining, the
And the
maintenance.
yeah.
Okay. So big buck is needed. But it is possible to.
It's so possible.
And you have 4 units.
Yeah.
All right. Plug them. Where are they?
There are 2 in Kilimani and then there are 2 in Kiambu Road.
And how is business so far?
It's so good, actually. Like, they're all occupied right now. That's why we were supposed to shoot.
We were supposed to shoot at one of them,
but
yeah.
They're all occupied.
And
so
I'm
I
so
can't
happy.
really complain about
I'm
that.
happy for you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
So what is the future looking like for Miss Paris?
Obviously, it's super bright. Because I've always been a dreamer. Like, I always have an end goal. I always think about 5 to 10 years from now, like, where do I see myself? Obviously, like you always say, you have your own plans, but God has his own. But that doesn't mean you lack a plan. It's so good to have a plan because it always works better than that. Okay? So I can just say the future is bright.
That's all you're saying for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll just see.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we will have you back when that
I would love to.
brightness comes.
I would love
We'll
to.
come back here and talk about that again.
conversation.
Okay. So to the woman, the young woman, the Gen Z woman,
Mm.
you're Gen Z
Yeah.
and you've gone through the highs and lows and now you're on a high. Yeah. Would you say?
Yeah.
You're on a good high. I love it for you. So to that young woman watching you who is confused,
Yeah.
who is doubting themselves, who has this dream that seems too big to achieve, what would you say to her?
Number one, there's no dream that is
As
too
we
big.
look at this camera.
Number one, there's no dream that is too big to achieve. Honestly, like, just have the audacity to do anything and go for whatever you want. Trust me. Honestly, there's no dream that is bigger. Like, you just need to want it so much and keep on going, whatever comes your way. Because obviously there's ups and highs, but that doesn't mean that you stop yourself from keeping on going, okay? I've been there. I've been in that situation. Oh, I know how bad and sad it gets, but that doesn't mean that you stop dreaming and be like, oh, this certain life is for specific people. You deserve that type of life that is just, like basic and stuff like that. So if you know like you need better, if you know like you actually want better, no, don't settle for what you have right now. Okay, just keep on going and trust yourself. I can't really wait to see so many people like glowing and have a good life, because literally it's so possible for anyone.
Yes.
Like literally anyone. You just have to believe it and keep on going with whatever resources you have right now. Don't wait for the perfect timing. Just move and God will open the doors for you.
Amen.
Yeah.
And amen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for creating time to be here. Thank you for inspiring me and those who have been watching till this point. I really appreciate you. I wish you all the very, very best. May you have clients from January to December.
Amen.
Amen. May you have more units.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome. Well, viewers, that has been the why. Women honoring their yesterdays. And our woman today, our storyteller today, clearly has honored her yesterday. She refused to remain as the village girl, right? And decided to write her own story, her own hero story. And she's here, a living testimony that for sure it can get better. It always gets better. You just need to know what you want and go for it. All right. See you next time. This has been The Why. My name is Miss Kahiro. See you in the next video.